Hey guys, Kevin here. So I have a video I want to share with you guys, but I have to warn you, it is not safe for work, and you do not want your boss catching you watching this. Secondly, I need to say, I dislike Dusty Smith. I think I should preface this by saying that, because I don't want to say I hate the guy, but I come pretty close to it. You know, Dusty Smith, for those of you who don't know, he's this YouTuber with a show called Cult of Dusty. And he fancies himself an atheist, but he also talks about politics. And he is your archetypal left-wing redneck Democrat. I'm sure you guys know the type, right? You've probably seen them on Facebook or argued with them on Twitter. He's one of these guys who calls everybody who supports Trump a redneck, a racist, uneducated, when he's the actual one who never finished school, who is the racist, is the redneck. Typical left-wing projection, right? So on top of all that, Dusty is one of these people who calls himself an atheist, but he is really an anti-theist. Instead of just pointing out the absurdities of organized religion on his YouTube show, it seems like every week he is trying to actively attack Christians. And he picks low-hanging fruit, and that really bothers me. But, you know, whenever I see these people who call themselves atheists, but they actively attack Christians and Christians alone, it makes me wonder, were they diddled as kids by a priest, maybe? It seems like a lot of these people who do this were Christians at one point in their life, and a lot of them have these experiences where they were like bubblegum Christians who believed that God was going to give everything to them in their life and make their lives wonderful. And so the second something bad happened, they just rejected God and rejected Christianity and decided to start making YouTube videos bashing Christians. And I'm sure you know that type also. Anyway, let me show you guys this video and you'll see the glory that is Dusty Smith in its entirety.
Hey guys, welcome to Religious Bullshit with Dusty Smith, the show where we take a look at the 5 craziest religious stories of the day and then get all depressed and try to talk ourselves out of committing suicide.
So here you can see what I'm talking about. I don't want to spend this video psychoanalyzing Dusty Smith, but just the reaction he has here, the over-dramatization of the effect of watching Christians and news stories about Christians. You know, he acts like that there is this theocracy here in America, and that's just absolutely not true. But I've often seen the same guy defend people who live and want an actual theocracy. On top of that, you know, trying to paint Christians as bad because of their beliefs, attacking a whole group of people because of their beliefs, that is the definition of bigotry. So there's that too. I'll go on.
As usual, we have a horrible show for you, so let's fucking do it. So you guys know how Donald Trump, along with the incredibly religious dipshit he picked to be vice president, Mike Pence, have been incredibly horrible as far as gay rights and trans rights have gone. You know, like the time he implemented a transgender military ban, or like the time he rescinded guidelines on the treatment of transgender students, or like the time he renominated Sam Brownback to be his religious freedoms ambassador, a guy who refused to answer a simple question about whether or not there were any circumstance under which religious freedom could justify criminalizing, imprisoning, or executing somebody based on their LGBT status. Trump and his Christian stooges have just been a giant piece of shit towards gay people right across the board.
So what Dusty Smith is doing here bothers me, and the left do this all the time, and it's so intellectually dishonest. They act like people who hold these traditional values, people who hold Christian values, are bigoted, and they are a minority population that should just be ostracized and slandered. And it's just not true. First of all, Christians are still the majority in this country. It's people like Dusty Smith who are the minority, but you wouldn't believe that watching our media. And what bothers me about this more than anything is that Dusty Smith and the left, they are telling people that nobody should have convictions anymore. That people should just adapt with the political winds, that we should change our beliefs on a weekly basis to evolve to meet whatever social justice warrior trend that they set for that week. And, you know, this bothers me because I do not like people who are nihilistic. People who believe in nothing will fall for anything. And that's what we're seeing now. We are seeing this country go down this spiral because we have people who have bought into every lie, every BS piece of propaganda the left spew out. And that's why we have kids marching in the street about stuff they know nothing about. And, you know, people need to have convictions. Convictions are a good thing to have. Right or wrong, at least you can respect somebody who stand by what they believe.
This brings us to this. The other day, while I was, let's say, reading scripture, I came across the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Donald Trump-themed gay porn. And believe me, it's even more glorious than you ever imagined. Let's have a look.
What do you think?
So yeah, this is what we're watching. I have to say, I think it's funny that Dusty Smith just outed himself. You know, he was being sarcastic when he said he was looking at scripture and he stumbled across this gay porn. But I think this explains a lot, right? It explains his obsession with Donald Trump and his hate for Christians. You know, it all stems from him being a closeted homosexual. He's afraid of the rejection he might get from Christians or Trump supporters.
Bud, what do you think about Trump?
Yeah. I don't like him.
What?
What? I don't like him.
You don't like Trump?
He doesn't like gays.
What the fuck?
He doesn't
So,
like gays.
who the fuck likes gays?
What
Yeah,
the
what's wrong with
fuck?
that? Like, nobody likes gays.
Oh.
Well, you gay or something? It's just a question. Answer it.
Bye.
Bye?
Bye.
Bye. No.
He said bye?
Nah, you gonna get some fucking dick.
So I won't show you guys anymore. I feel bad for showing you just that much already. But Dusty Smith does show the whole thing on his video. He actually covers up the private parts with pictures of Trump's face. And while he thinks that's funny, I don't. But you know what? I support his right to do it, okay? I am not one of these authoritarians who wants to shut down people's speech and their political expression. I wish I could say the same about Dusty Smith and people on the left, but unfortunately, you know how that goes. So, on top of that, I support the people who made this video and their right to make videos like this. As degenerate as it is, as offensive as it is, I support their right to make these videos. And I see these videos like this pornography as a win for us. Because the very people in Hollywood, in the porno industry, who claim that Trump is sexist, that claim we live in a rape culture, they're the ones who are the actual rape culture. They're the ones who are actually making videos and movies about rape. The very people who claim that it's so horrible that people are being offended out there, that Trump is some bully who is a racist and a bigot. These people have no problem being more offensive than anybody else. I mean, what's more offensive than this porno video? And the biggest irony of it all is that I'm okay with this. That we're not attacking them for making something that is so vile and offensive. And you cannot say the same for when we try to speak out with just basic political beliefs that are widely held. So, yeah, gay rape porno with Trump, it's okay. People speaking out about immigration in Europe, they're banned from the UK, right? That's where we're at right now in 2018.
God, yeah. Fill it up, fill it up.
What in the actual fuck? Dude's like, I don't like Trump. He don't like gays. And they're like, who the fuck likes gays? We don't abide by no faggots. Let's teach this guy a lesson by fucking him in the ass. Apparently MAGA stands for Make America Gay Again. I'm normally not a very patriotic guy, but on this one, I salute you dudes.
So that's all I want to show you guys. I'm not going to show you the rest of this video, but let me just say it's what you would expect from Dusty Smith. He's attacking low-hanging fruit. He's going after these naive, sheltered Christians, very innocent people who cannot defend themselves. And he also paints sort of these false narratives. Like in this video, he goes on to attack this one Christian group, and it's an Asian church, and they're getting their guns blessed. And the guns being blessed is a cultural thing, but he's painting it as all Christians are clingers who cling to their guns and Bibles. You know the narrative. But I really want to just show you guys this video so you could see just how degenerate the left have no problem being when they're attacking somebody they see as a political enemy. They have no problem being offensive. When somebody on the right is quote-unquote offensive, they act like it's the worst thing ever. Like, we're all Nazis, and being a racist or a Nazi is the worst thing that anybody can be, and we all just need to be locked up in the gulags and re-educated. But they have no problem offending other people. They have no problem showing rape and promoting rape culture. And that hypocrisy is what really gets to me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Follow me on Facebook at Kevin Cormier. You can check out my YouTube channels, The Patriot Punk on YouTube, and my main channel, which is now InfoWars Stop the Purge, to stand in solidarity with the people getting banned on YouTube, particularly Alex Jones, because Alex Jones did nothing wrong. Anyway, I'm out, guys.